Yesterday, we talked about polarity in the body. We made mention of magnetism, electricity, charge, and capacity. Today, we are talking about the moment after balance. This is the moment reality actually settles. This is referred to as neutrality. Neutrality is not apathy because it doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean losing desire. It doesn't mean becoming passive or numb. Neutrality means the desire is no longer draining you. You still want it here, but it is no longer pulling out voltage from your nervous system. So let's try to understand what happens before neutrality. Before neutrality, desires usually look like one of two things. It is either overcharge or starvation. Overcharge looks like forcing, obsessing, constant checking, pushing, and gripping. Starvation, on the other hand, looks exactly like minimizing, suppressing, pretending you don't want it, or calling detachment peace. Neither of these creates because the charge is not grounded. Now, let's discuss neutrality as grounded charge. When you are in state of neutrality, you are not pushing, you are not pulling, you are holding. This will mean that your field is stable, your signal is clear, and your body is calm but awake. This is grounded charge because it is energy without desperation, and it is space without collapse. Now let's talk about neutrality inside the body. You can feel neutrality inside the body when you observe the following. Breath is stable, muscles aren't braced, also when attention isn't split. Another scenario is when you are not leaning forward, when you are not leaning backward, but when you are in the present moment. You are in neutrality when the nervous system is online but not overclocked. Moving on, I want to talk about neutrality with respect to magnetic lock. You will understand why manifestation happens here. So here is why neutrality matters, because when you are neutral, there is no resistance around the desire. There is no fear of losing it. There is no urgency to getting it. There is no identity attached to the outcome. So the desire doesn't need to fight its way in, no. It locks in, just like a key entering a perfectly aligned mechanism. So let's talk about this simple, clear, and memorable formula. Think of it this way. High charge equals to chaos. Low charge equals to weak signal. Neutral charge equals to manifestation. Manifestation because it's balanced. Balance because it's in neutrality. So this is not because neutral is better. No, it is because neutral is stable and creation requires stability. Let's talk about the fear loss paradox. Here is a truth most people miss. When you no longer fear something, it suddenly arrives. This is why fear destroys the field, clinging creates noise, and neutrality creates the channel for your desire to manifest. So let's talk about why forcing delays outcome. When you are forcing, you are telling reality that what you desire is not here yet. Also notice that when you suppress, you are saying, I don't want it to come. But neutrality says neither. Neutrality says the field is ready. Manifestation isn't effort, no, it is alignment. And alignment has to do with neutrality. Neutrality is the point where effort is no longer required. Yesterday, we said creation requires polarity. Today, we say manifestation requires neutrality. Polarity creates motion, while neutrality allows form. When your desire no longer controls your nervous system, your desire can finally find you. So understand that neutrality is not the absence of want, no. It is the moment want becomes real.